It is Friday, the 13th of December, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. That's right, it's Friday the 13th. Ooh. As you can probably tell, my voice is still a little bit scratchy, but it's not as bad now, so I won't be struggling through this episode, hopefully. And I have a nice hot drink of lemon, cloves, cinnamon, and sugar, so hopefully that'll keep my voice up to strength. Today, shocking no one, we're back talking about Elbow. Specifically, we're talking about their song Newborn, which I've said for years is my all-time favorite Elbow song. They've released so many good songs and albums since that it's hard to know if it is still my number one, because it's hard to know if I have a number one, but it's definitely in the top 3 even, I'd say at this point. I mean, This Blue World is up there as well. I don't know what else is up there, but Newborn anyway remains one of my all-time favorite Elbow songs and my all-time favorite songs ever, so we're going to talk about it today. It's on their first album, Asleep in the Back. I don't think I've talked about a song from their first album yet. Their first album was more kind of like proggy, electronic-y, very influenced by like Radiohead and Genesis, and then, you know, for the next few albums they went into like a standard-ish rock sound, although still good obviously. And then with their fourth album, they went orchestral. And then ever since, they've just gone more and more prog as the years went on. It's been great. But they started off like this, with this kind of Radiohead, Genesis influenced sound. And I really like it. And that's why I love this song so much. It's also a big fan favorite. They still play it live from time to time, which I very much enjoy, of course. Not as much as they used to, but they still play it a bit. So we're going to listen to it now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And there it is, Newborn by Elbow. God, I love that song. And I love the way it ends. I've talked about this before. I love songs that build up over time, you know. But I also love a song that suddenly ends. And this song, you know, builds this big crescendo and then just goes out with a little beep. Love that. So let's talk about the song. It's a love song. It's a very sweet love song, but he uses very strange imagery, which I think is very typical of Guy Garvey. He said about it, it's a love song really despite its dark images. I'll be the corpse in your bathtub, etc. It was complicated to write, and we were trying to mimic an orchestra whilst doing so. Love that tune. And you can really tell that the orchestral feel, I mean, the way it all layers on top of each other, you know. But that line, I'll be the corpse in your bathtub, is such a strange opening line, and it kind of like annoyed me for a while because I love this song, but I thought the lyric was so weird that it kind of detracted from the rest of the song. But it's just kind of part of it now for me, you know? It's part of the appeal. So let's go through it, shall we? I love that it just starts with plain acoustic guitar and then, like, you know, different instruments come in slowly as the lyrics press on. But the acoustic guitar stays at the center of the sound the whole time, you know? So, it goes. The lyrics websites are being weird because there's repeating lyrics and it's not showing the repeating lyrics. But anyway, the song goes, I'll be the corpse in your bathtub. Useless. I'll be as deaf as a post if you hold me like a newborn. Whisper what you feel. My badly strong declaration to you. You'll spend the end of your days gently smiling like a newborn. Whisper what you feel. So, I'll be the corpse in your bathtub. Useless. Very strange lyric. But I think he's just saying, I'll be useless, and using corpse in your bathtub as an extreme metaphor of it. It's weird. I'll be as deaf as a post if you hold me like a newborn. Like, he's just kind of giving these weird images for you, but he's asking you to be held at the end of the day. Whisper what you feel. Again, a very nice, soft, intimate thing to say. Just tell me. Whisper what you feel sounds like, you know, tell me you love me, right? My badly strung declaration to you. You'll spend the end of your days gently smiling like a newborn. So that sounds like, you know, my badly strung declaration to you is like, I try to work up the words to tell you how I feel, but they just kind of came out weird and badly strung, like badly put together. But it was cute. It was endearing. You'll spend the end of your days gently smiling like a newborn. Like, it's about finding happiness in these weird situations, right? And then the song repeats this bit again, the my badly strong declaration to you, you'll spend the end of your days gently smiling like a newborn, but then instead of whisper what you feel, it's love not by degrees. So love by degrees is like, you know, would be falling in love slowly, whereas it's saying that like they fell in love quickly, right? Quickly, not by degrees, which I love. I love how even though it repeats lyrics, it slows them down a bit, so it was a bit more space given. The instruments are coming in and going wow and everything, like it just adding on to the sound, and then it goes down to the guitar again, and then it builds up a bit more and starts repeating this like particular phrase of music, do 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 do, and you get this bit that I love. It's just so simple, just a series of 3-syllable parts. Press your lips to my eyes, taste my tears on your tongue, pull the blinds, play our song, nothing's changed. Nothing could be wrong. I love this bit so much. My favorite part of the song. It's just so sweet, so soft, so slow. Press your lips to my eyes, taste my tears on your tongue. You know, about comfort, about being there in sadness. They're crying, and it's saying, taste my tears. Like it's it's a good thing. Like, you know, they want to be that close and that comforted and like that intimate that they're okay with tasting the tears, like absorbing the sadness. You know what I mean? Pull the blinds, play our song. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Nothing's changed. Nothing could be wrong. Again, I love that. Nothing's changed. They're still in love. Nothing could be wrong. You know, when I'm with you, it feels right. And then it explodes because it's not nothing could be wrong. How softly I said it. It's like nothing could be wrong. And it all like explodes and it's crashing percussion everywhere. And then the guitar gets in overdrive and Guy Garvey's going, yeah. I don't know what it is about the way my throat is right now that, like, obviously it sounds scratchy, but it sounds better when I go louder. I don't know what that is. Anyway, and then we get the final bit where he's singing it very quickly. Scream in the night, kick and strike like a newborn, holding me, shaking, awake in the dark. All of these promises kept and unbroken, tracing the scars, even and cold as we both become older, your arms bound about me, the hush in your voice, the warmth of your fingers entwined around mine, in the eve of our lives, never a choice. Again, I just love the phrasing all throughout here. So, scream in the night, kick and strike like a newborn. This originally confused me. I thought he was saying kick and strike like a newborn, which made sense to me. But strike is actually a word that means to scream or shout, often associated with crows. So it's a very specific image to give, right? So, scream in the night, kick and strike like a newborn, holding me, shaking, awake in the dark. So it sounds, again, like he had a nightmare and he's being comforted like one would comfort a baby, right? So tying it back into the images of a newborn at the start. And then all of these promises kept and unbroken, tracing the scars. So all these promises kept and unbroken. They've been faithful. They're in love. They're showing this comfort as they always said they would. And then tracing the scars. I originally wasn't sure if he was saying tracing the scars or tracing the stars. And then I wrote a poem that I wrote it as a song that repeated those lines interchangeably. So when like trace the scars, trace the stars. I really like that. But anyway, it's tracing the scars. And so the idea of tracing the scars and repeating that line is like kind of seeing where they've been, right? It's a map of their past. Trace the scars, you know. This is what we've survived. I love Fireworks by the Tragically Hip. Even and cold as we both become older, your arms bound about me, the hush in your voice, the warmth of your fingers entwined around mine. Just all these images of them growing old together, still in love. The arms bound around me, hush in your voice, warmth of your fingers entwined around mine. Just like all these loving things, this comforting embrace, even when they're cold, even when they're waking up from nightmares in the middle of the night. And then in the eve of our lives, never a choice. So like even as we're getting older, even as we're close to death, in the eve of our lives, never a choice. I would never choose anyone else. There's never a choice not to love you. That's just how it is. And then it just ends with that beep. I love this song so much. I love everything about it. I love the way it builds up over time. I love the really poetic and weird lyrics. And I just think it's so sweet, even with all the strange imagery in it. It just helps it sound more unique and personal, you know? And I really love the message it gets across. I think it's very sweet. So that's going to be pretty much it. I will say there's a music video for this one, but it's not the full song. Maybe it's like a single edit or something. I don't know. I haven't watched it in ages, but it's not the full song. So don't watch that because the full song is 8 minutes and you got to listen to all 8 minutes, goddammit. I decree it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
Let me find a proper lyric site because these are all useless. Like a corpse in the bathtub, huh? Tell me you love me in your sleep. Whoa, I gotta talk about that song. It's like I'm on a hidden camera show, and you could all be fooling me. Whoa, tell me you love me in your sleep. Wow. Sorry about that microphone.